In a recent video, we started building a shed out of pallets. We got the walls up and the next step was to get the roof on. But before we could do that, disaster struck. Mother Nature huffed and she puffed and she blew our shed down. Well, part of it anyway. I came out here to work on a different project, and on this day there were really strong winds. When I got up to where our shed was, I realized that some of the wall panels had blown down. This upper wall used to be here, and now it's down here. On closer inspection, I saw some of the nails were bent, some nails had ripped completely out of the wood, and some of the wood just split in half. This piece up here used to be completely flush with the back wall and with this part, and now you can see a huge gap on that side. And this goes in probably at least ½ an inch, and you can even see nails sticking out. Those nails were in that 2x4, and that 2x4 seems like it just split. So in the wind, this wall was just rocking back and forth. That back wall was also rocking back and forth a lot. Now, some of the wall panels were still standing, but they were waving back and forth in the wind. Before these were put in, I was literally holding the wall against the wind while my wife went and got some wood to put in these cleats and a support. This thing was rocking back and forth like crazy. And the back wall too almost went down. I think I got lucky that I came out here just to work on something else, because if we didn't come out for a couple of days, there might not have been anything left standing. We had a few supports in here before, and that's fine for normal conditions, but we had 50-mile-per-hour sustained winds with gusts getting up even higher, and it was like that all day long for probably more than 12 hours. I came out to work on another project. I saw that this piece was missing, and I saw the other walls waving around like that in the wind, so I called my wife. She rushed out here, and together we put this mismatch of boards going every which way to try to hold things together to stop it from ripping apart any more than it already was. We worked as fast as we could to get additional bracing up to prevent any further damage, but as we were working, there were sandstorms that made it quite a bit more difficult to get any work done. While we were in here, the wind was swirling around. There was like this dust tornado in the middle of this place. While we're trying to brace what's left before it falls over, we had basically just sand in our nose, and our mouth, ears, and our eyes. It was awful. Looking off in the distance, it looked kind of just like a hazy day, but that wasn't haze, that was sand. I don't know if these images are even doing it justice, but in real life, it felt a little more like this.
Oh my God.
So for today, the plan is just to start putting things back the way they were. Make sure they're level and plumb and square as much as possible, and nail everything back together. Well, this panel here is actually 3 separate panels nailed together. It's just too big and heavy for us to put back up and nail it back in. So I'm going to cut the nails that are connecting the panels together. We'll stack them back up one by one, and then we'll reinstall them. That looks good.
Okay.
Well, it took the better part of a day, but we finally got back to where we were before the wind blew our walls down. And we have quite a bit of extra bracing, so that doesn't happen again. Now, we are planning on putting the roof on real soon, but what a shame it would be if we came back tomorrow and all the walls were down again. So excessive bracing, and we should be good for a couple of days. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.